What's going on, everybody? I'm Kevin from Cigar Prop, and I am going through the new Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust Lancero collection. This is the Candela. This is night number 7 or so. This cigar that everybody was asking me about, or tagging me, asking me, "Hey, did you smoke it yet? Just smoke it yet? What do you think Steve's gonna do?" And so I'm gonna release a long video. So I'm smoking through each of the cigars. I smoke them blindly. I put on a blindfold. Jessica cuts a cigar. I take some cold draws on it, then hand it back to her. She lights it, and then I spend a couple of minutes talking about the cigar, my initial thoughts, and then I come back at the end and give you my final scoring on the cigar. I've been smoking them blindly for a couple of reasons. There is one or two lighter colored cigars in there, Ecuadorian, Connecticut, and I know the original Now Leave Me the Hell Alone Lancero is in there as well. So she's been randomly picking them out. She's been waiting for this one because we've had a lot of spicy dinners this week or last week, and she didn't want me to pairing this one. But I knew it was coming. I hadn't smoked it yet, so we only had 4 cigars left. So I knew eventually it was coming. So it was kind of a shock tonight that I didn't know that I thought that I want to say it was an Ecuadorian Connecticut that I smoked last week. Velvety smooth, silky smooth wrapper, and I made a comment. It tastes like weed smells. I've never smoked weed in my life, but I've been around it. So I'm like, is this the Candela? And I'm like, well, there's no grassiness. So after a couple minutes, took the blindfold off. And I think so far out of all the ones I've rated, that one I think has got the highest score so far out of all the Lanceros that I rated. So when she handed me this one, it was the same thing. It was smooth. And I'm like, is this the Candela? But because I didn't know what I had left. Because once I got the package, I opened it up to take a picture, and then I closed it, and I never looked again. So I wouldn't know what was left after I was smoking them. I still don't know how many are left. But I put this in my mouth, and it was I got like this. I initially said like this sweetness on it, like a candy sweetness. But then I'm like, no, I think it's more like a berry sweetness. And no idea that it was the Candela at all, and took the blindfold off after puffing on it for a couple minutes. And I was actually shocked that it was the Candela. I'm actually still shocked that this is a Candela. This, Steve had made a post, a video like a week or so ago, saying like, oh, even when I try and make a bad cigar, I can't do it. This is the cigar that worried me when Steve said he was going to put a Lancero in the sampler. Steve doesn't like, or Candela in the Lancero collection. Steve doesn't like Candela. So I figured he was going to try his best to blend out what Candela lovers love about Candela. It's not the prettiest ash, not the prettiest burn line, but sometimes that is Candela because the wrapper is so thin. It doesn't burn quite right. You can tell the wrapper has got some age on it. It is a matte. It isn't a bright green. I don't know if you can tell. It's almost on the verge of in some spots of being yellow. So that's telling me that the wrapper has got some age on it to get that chlorophyll out, and that's what a lot of people don't like. I like the chlorophyll. I like the grassiness. I like the bitterness of a Candela, especially when it's got a great binder and filler, and that's what I look forward to, and that's what a lot of Candela fans look forward to, is that chlorophyll, is that bitterness. And Steve did his job to make a Candela that he liked, that blended out what Candela lovers love about Candela. So the wrapper is definitely, it's not fresh Candela. It's got a little age on it. You can tell by like the matte finish. It probably wasn't cold storage. I know a lot about Candela. I love Candela cigars. Maybe 2 years ago, I sent an email to John Oliva Sr. of Oliva Tobacco. He literally, a young boy, he's dealt with Candela his whole life. So I had a couple questions, and he's like, why don't I give you a call? It'll be, better on a call. So we talked for like 3 hours, and I'm just taking notes on my computer the entire time he's talking. And he kind of gave me some pointers on what to look for in Candelas, how people blend out the chlorophyll, by leaving the tobacco age a little bit, not cold storage. When they create the Candela, it should go right into cold storage. It should be shipped in cold storage, and then stored at the factory in cold storage to lock in the greenness, lock in that chlorophyll, lock in that grassiness. And then you should, one thing he said, you should never overproduce. Like if you're a manufacturer, and I've told this to a couple manufacturers that make Candelas, and they took the one thing that I said, is only try to have less than a 6-month supply to keep that Candela. If you blend for a year's supply and you don't sell out, the Candela is not going to be as much Candela anymore. So the two people that took my advice said their Candela consistently good. So I don't think it was cold stored. I could be wrong. I don't know if Steve will watch this, but I can tell you one thing, that the Candela, the wrapper has some age on it. It's not super fresh Candela, just because of that little bit of a yellow. If you see that in shops, when it sits for a while, especially bright lights, it'll go from green to yellow. I've never seen it go, back to brown, but I'm assuming it could. And it went out because I'm talking too much. But it doesn't have that bitterness. It's got a little bit of that grassiness. If I would have smoked this completely blindfolded, I don't know if I could have told you that this was a Candela cigar, because it's just not there. Every now and then it's fleeting. Like I'll get that little bit of chlorophyll. I'm like, oh, there's the Candela that I love. And then it's almost instantly gone. So did he blend a good cigar? Yeah, this is a good cigar. Is it a good Candela? Nope, not in my opinion. As a Candela lover, the things that I look for, no, it's not a good Candela at all. If you're looking for, this isn't a paid video or anything, so I can say whatever I want. If you're looking for the finest example of a Candela cigar, not only being produced today, but probably has been produced in a decade, and that is the Apostate Cigars Feathered Serpent. You guys know I've talked about that cigar. That is the finest expression of a Candela that you can get. Hands down. There isn't a manufacturer that can touch that Candela cigar. But it's everything that a Candela lover loves. The grassiness, the chlorophyll, the bitterness. Some of you are probably thinking that sounds gross, and it probably is to you. It's not to me. It's not to other Candela lovers. So yeah, a good, so far every Lancero I have, except one. There was one. You'll have to watch the whole video. It'll probably end up being about 40 minutes long, talking about all the different ones. But I smoked all of them down to the nub. I don't think there was one that I didn't smoke down to the nub, and it was not pleasant. I did not have a pleasant experience with that cigar. But so far, that Connecticut, I'm calling it Ecuadorian Connecticut, is hands down my favorite. I'm still waiting for the broadleaf. I haven't gotten broadleaf in there, so it's kind of strange. But all right, cats and kittens, we'll talk to you later.